why don't we start today with Doja Cat? Um, the second album, follow up to last year's debut album. Dave, how tuned in are you to Doja Cat?
Yeah, good question. So Doja Cat last year dropped that viral single Moo, which was obviously a joke. Bitch, I'm a cow, moo, right? Like really slapped together music video that was probably made in like Microsoft Paint or some shit. Like really amateur, ridiculous song. And everyone's like, who's this Doja Cat person? She has some mixtapes, but this song is absurd. And that's kind of what happened. It's got a lot of streams, but no one took it seriously. And then Amala, that debut album, comes out, and oh, wait a minute, there's actually a little bit more here besides Moo. There's some more things going on. A song like "Go to Town," the first track, is actually like really great, and just kind of like a bubbly R&B slash hip hop voice, but she seems to have her own little flair, unique compared to some of her contemporaries. And then I think what most importantly happened is she re-released Amala earlier this year in 2019 with some bonus tracks, namely Juicy, which is a banger that did really well for her and inspired a Tyga remix, which is on this second album, Hot Pink. Personally, I think the Tyga remix is totally unnecessary. The original track is quite good on its own. But nonetheless, she kind of really quickly established herself as like a legitimate and also exciting new voice after debuting like a little Nas X in a certain sense in a really ridiculous, non-traditional way. So, yeah, I did not get plugged in until recently, really until I heard Juicy, and I was like, oh wait, this is actually an artist to pay attention to. So, I mean, had you been paying attention to that leading in? I know we had Juicy on the playlist for a few months now, but she it's been a quick rise for sure.
Yeah, the only way I really was aware of her was from Juicy when you told me to put it onto the playlist, and you can check out that playlist, best of 20, Nostalgia Pod, best of 2019, Nostalgia best of 2019,
Nostalgia best of 2019 on Spotify, link in YouTube and everywhere else.
Drop the pod, just Nostalgia. Anyways, yeah, so that was pretty much the only way I was tuned into her, and I was really pleasantly surprised by this album, Hot Pink. Not only did I find it to be incredibly fun, pretty much from the get go, but it felt like a really quick listen. I mean, it only checks in at 39 minutes, 12 tracks, but it didn't really seem to become too samey or too laggy, and it's very like bubblegum pop hip hop for me. Like it has fun beats, it has fun hooks, just kind of smacking around your mouth, enjoy it. I'd say it's not necessarily the album I'm going to be coming back to a lot, but for the listen, I was pleasantly surprised. How did you feel about Hot Pink?
Yeah, it kind of reminded me a lot of Amala, but like taking the next step. You point out the production, which I think definitely stood out to me because on this album, she's using a lot of autotune, which she had done before. Mm-hmm. She's also making a lot of kind of crossover songs that you could definitely hear on non-traditional hip-hop radio and programming. And I think the beat choices kind of match that vibe she was going for. So overall, I think this kind of shows that there's a lot of different lanes for Doja Cat to pursue if she wants to. Obviously, the Juicy run is still going. The remix is still very much on the chart. So I assume she'll keep going that route for now. But honestly, like the second half of the album really kind of like, took me by surprise. Like once I heard Streets, where you have this like really like cerebral beat after this like old school sample drops in to start the song. And then she kind of does like a different flow that she hadn't really done on the album to that point. So overall, I think it's quite fun, like you said. And, she just has some really fun jams too, like that with Gucci Mane. I also really enjoyed Shine. I liked the Smino joint. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think Rules really stood it out to me. It's just a really fun track. Honestly, that whole run in the middle, Rules, Bottom Bitch, Say So, I just found very funny. Even Talk Dirty, I thought was pretty good. And like you said, I think Streets is the clear standout. Will definitely be on the Nostalgia Best 2019 playlist along with Juicy. Although the not the Tiger remix Juicy.
No.
Any last thoughts on Doja Cat before we move on to FKA Twigs?
But yeah, I thought it was interesting that Bottom Bitch, which again I agree is a good song, samples the guitar line from Blink 182's Adam song.
Yeah,
Unexpected, for
they
sure.
they got credited on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and it's also interesting to point out, she seems to have gotten off scot free on like past controversy. Like Doja Cat did a sign to Dr. Luke not too long ago, which is not a thing anyone wants people to be doing these days for obvious reasons. And
No.
she's had some, homophobic language used in the past and on Twitter and stuff. But overall, it sounds like she's definitely on the rise, and I think this is just kind of more proof after Amala. So yeah, Doja Cat, hot pink, good.
She falls into those female hip hop artists who seem to really be having a moment this year and breaking
Yeah,
out, which
so
is
many.
is great. Yeah, there's a ton of them, which has been just a really awesome surprise this year.